everybody, it's Addie, aka the Monkey. Today we'll be looking at the new Ford Mach-E, so let's get started.
Well guys, we're in the 21 Mach-E. Still kind of hard for me to say Mustang Mach-E. I see where they get the styling cues though from. It is obviously, like we looked at the headlights and that, it is a lot of the styling is from the Mustang, but all electric. And here we go. Man, that'll put you back there a little bit. So this is no joke. I mean, this isn't even the GT version. This is just the premium all-wheel drive with the extended range battery, and it gets up and moves in no time flat. Yeah, and then you can see the big screen here. I've got Monkey with the camera here as I'm driving. It'll be a little hard for me to hold it, but if you want, have them show them the big old screen here. Maybe even back up a little bit, because that thing is 12 inches long. I mean, I've seen the Teslas. It is huge, isn't it?
It's like as big as a Tesla's.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's maybe even bigger. I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen one, but I mean, everything's touchscreen except for the volume knob. I mean, you can still turn it. So, I mean, that's like the only thing on there that's still, I guess, if you want to call it analog.
Yeah.
But yeah, really clean lines throughout the whole dash. I mean, you've got this, what looks like a giant speaker right up here, almost like a sound bar from a TV.
Yeah.
Tons of safety features, because it's letting me know there's a car in front of me. It's letting me know about the lane keeping system, which is now pretty much standard on Ford across the board. And then you've got this sensor right up here, and that's to let it know that you're actually watching the road, by what I understand from Ford. So if you start taking your eyes off the road, or you start weaving a little bit, it's constantly looking to see that your eyes are on the road. And I have a feeling that will be part of their hands-free driving system as well, that they'll know that you're still watching the road as you're driving. So even if you're not having your hands on the steering wheel, at least you're still awake maybe. But yeah, we're driving around our little town here, trying to find a spot. That it is a really windy day out today, so trying to find a spot we could pull off and talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, it's definitely a different driving experience,
Definitely.
than any other Ford, just because it's all electric. And it's letting me know there's a school zone in 300 feet. It just dinged at me here, which we are coming through a school zone. So it's pretty cool, but spring break is going on for a lot of the kids in our area. So yeah. But no, I mean, it's kind of crazy because there's no like transmission like you would have in a regular car. So there's a lot of storage down here. Obviously you've got the rotary knob now for the park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Ford's gone to that in a lot of their vehicles. And then just a ton of room in the back. Again, you don't really have a drive shaft per se, because you have electric motors running the front wheels and running the rear wheels. So it gives you a lot of foot room back there. You don't have that hump in the middle anymore, where the drive shaft usually goes through. So,
and that makes sitting back there a lot easier.
Gives you a little bit more foot space, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll talk about the inside more here, guys, as we get up and find a place to park. But man, the driving experience, it's really crisp. When you steer it here, as you move the steering wheel back and forth, I mean, it's tracking where I want it to go. It feels really solid on the ground. The steering is heavy enough that you feel the car. It's not so light that you feel like you're all over the road. Just a really good feeling vehicle with a ton of performance, which we'll get into a little bit later as we drive back after finding a spot here that we can talk a little bit more about the outside. So here we go. We'll stay tuned, guys. Hello everyone, this is Nick and Addie, aka the Monkey, and here we are. It's a beautiful day out, and thought we would bring out a 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Now, this one just arrived at our dealership. It is Ford is really pushing them out to be courtesy transportation vehicles before a lot of these retail ones start showing up. So Gets them out in front of the public, gets them able to drive it. So if your vehicle's in for service, you can use this to go about your day. But yeah, this was Addie and I's first experience actually driving the vehicle.
Yes.
And we've got some clips of that as we were driving down here to the park. And then we'll have some more after a little bit. But thought we'd at least stop to kind of look at some of the styling cues of this vehicle and go over a little bit more of it. So, hey, sit back and enjoy, and hopefully this is informative for you guys. All right, guys, we moved over to the little handheld stick here because it'll be a little bit easier. But yeah, here we are at the front of the car, and you know, the first thing we kind of see here is you see the Mustang emblem on it. And they did take a lot of styling cues from the Mustang, obviously, looking at those swept back headlamps, kind of the hood with its bulky sides, you know, kind of a muscular stance on it. But, you know, Addie was saying, hey, let's open and show the engine. Well, the thing is with these vehicles, as I look down here, there's not an engine. This is, I guess, more popularly known as the frunk, the front trunk. And you see Ford's got, they've got some storage bins and that in there, and you can pretty much, you know, put some stuff in there. Your windshield washer reservoir is there. And then behind all of this, as you can see here with the little indentations here and that of the battery and information, high voltage, I'm sure that's probably what that exclamation point is for, because this is the all-wheel drive, so there will be an electric motor in the front of this vehicle. But the cool thing is, like the Explorers, you don't have to have a safety release in here anymore. They still have their, they just have where you pull the release twice and it releases it all together.
That's awesome.
They still do have, though, the child release if someone puts themselves in there, it glows in the dark, and then they can pop to open it. But yeah, it's a very interesting design. They have a seal up here that seals this whole thing, so it probably is watertight, or at least pretty close to it.
Yeah.
But as you walk around the side here, just a really good looking, they got those haunches like they have on the Mustangs.
Yeah.
And like this one being the premium, has the nicer wheels. Vented discs, you've got four-wheel discs on it, obviously, and then the designation on these things. So you've got the Mach-E, but when you see the 4, that means that it is the all-wheel drive. The X on these means it has the extended range battery. So this is a Mach-E all-wheel drive with extended range.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right? I mean, they got some really cool cues. You've got your 360 cameras. You've got the camera right down here below the side view mirror. You've got the front one. Now, the other cool things a lot of people have been talking about have been how you get into the vehicle. So they got no door handles. Nice, clean look, except right here, you've got a button and this little wing. So you press the button and it pops the door, and then you open it up. Which then, this one being the premium, has these really nice leather seats. Does have power passenger, but then again, huge screen. I think it's 12 inches. But
12?
all this storage here because you don't have really a transmission in these. It's all electric.
Yep.
Which it gives you lots of space to kind of do some architectural things as an engineer on these vehicles. So kind of cool. Again, really neat dash. You've got this B&O sound system in these. So you've got this giant sound bar that goes across as we were listening on the way down here. And then let's look at the back of the car. Again, you come to the button, press it, and it pops the door open. You don't have the wings on the back though, which is kind of interesting, like the front. But then again, see, tons of room back here and no hump for the, you know, all-wheel drive system because it's got an electric motor in the back. So, you know, Ford's got vents back here, a USB and a USB-C. You have that kind of panoramic vista roof, but it does not open, it is fixed. But yeah, lots of room back here. Again, the haunches on this thing really are reminiscent of a Mustang. Let's have Addie go around here, and once you pop open the trunk for me. It does have the rear view camera. And right above the license plate,
How do you
can you
open
pop that
it?
open?
How do you open it?
Just right there, yep. Can you find it?
No.
Let's see here.
I can't find it.
Yep, there's a little black button there.
Ow!
So, power. And it looks like, yep, here is the charging cord from Ford when you buy one. You've got a couple different kinds.
Yep.
This was the old version of the Ford for the hybrids and the plug-in hybrids. This is the new version. This is for your home way of charging. This though, if you're going to be plugging this guy into a home outlet, be prepared. This is going to take a while, I have a feeling, to charge. I mean, if you're from a dead battery, it is going to take you probably over 8 hours to get this thing charged.
Yeah.
Does have some cool stuff back here. You've still got a little storage bin back here that's underneath. Not real deep, but you know, gives you a little bit more space underneath the cargo hatch here. Folding rear seats, and then power lift gate, which is hands-free, it says here, so just use your foot if you need to. Reverse sensors, just like the Mustang 2, they've put the backup light right in the center instead of doing it in the taillights. You do have those tail lamps, very reminiscent of the Mustangs. Not quite the 3D design, but very close. I mean, gives you that same idea. But yeah, just a really
amazing car.
It's an amazing car for what it is. I know, guys, that some of you are sitting there going, this is not a Mustang. What did they do? It's, you know, I like that they use the name. That's great. It is hard for me to call it a Mustang.
Yeah.
It's a four-door car, but it's electric. But what's one of our best-selling vehicles besides the F-150? It's the Mustang. So I know they're using the name to really brand this car. They have used a lot of styling cues from it. So it's a cool-looking car.
Definitely.
Great features to it. Let's jump in the front driver's seat here. All right. We'll just turn the accessory mode on. We'll show you a little bit of this while we were driving this morning here with it, but there is nothing on there that isn't all touchscreen. It is so cool, guys. And then things like adaptive cruise are on these vehicles, lane keeping, lane centering, the Mustang emblem, your redundant audio controls as well. But then here, maybe a little bit better, now you can kind of see those red dots blinking. The camera at least can pick them up. That is going to be, again, for your eyes. It's going to be looking for your eyes, because these are going to be upgradable to hands-free driving by what Ford says at the end of the third quarter. So be prepared for that. And then we've also got the LCD screen here that shows you everything that's going on with the car. That's all it does.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Well, guys, this is a pretty cool car. Lots of neat technology. Let's get out here to where we can kind of sum this up. Tell you our driving experience with it, and maybe get a little bit more driving time in this car here for you. But Addie and I have been out, the monkey and I, and it is tough for me to call it a Mustang.
Yes, very much so.
But it is all electric with some amazing performance.
Yes.
And we're gonna, like I said, going to go out and drive it a little bit more here. But yeah, you know, Ford's trying something new. We've got to come up with new ideas, guys, to keep these high horsepower cars on the road because of the restrictions that they're putting on fuel emissions and things like that. So Ford's got to keep producing them to make things like the GT500s, the Raptors, the Warthog that's soon, well, hopefully soon to come out. But yeah, we appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there for Monkey and I. Love to have you on the channel. Make sure we're doing more updates. We haven't had a video out in a while because of the winters around here, and it's just been really miserable for wind and that. So we're gonna get more videos out, so hit that subscribe button, hit that notification, that little bell down there at the bottom, so you know when we put out a new video. And leave comments, guys. We want to know what you guys think about the Mach-E. Is it something that is good for Ford?
Yeah.
Is it something people are going to be interested in?
Yeah.
Or is it a market that is going to be hard for Ford to get into? So, one thing I'm noticing, guys, as we're driving out of this park here, the side view mirrors are kind of an odd shape. It's taken me a little bit to get used to.
Yes.
They're not quite as I guess wide and sleek as the Mustangs are. They're a little bit more compact. Maybe it's for aerodynamic purposes. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Still getting used to this giant screen that's in the middle here, I know.
Yes.
Addie and I will have some videos coming out for you guys of the new 2021 F-150, which again uses a similar screen like this.
Screen. Yes.
And has some other really cool features that we will be showing you guys here in the near future. Also, Bronco Sport. We've got one of those available to us. We're going to try to get a video to you guys on the Bronco Sport as well. Tons of things going on with the Bronco right now. The hype is still out there. It's still buzzing about the Bronco. Addie and I will be getting a video out to everybody on that vehicle as well. So, or at least updates anyway.
Yes.
Everybody's orders have been submitted to Ford. If you didn't, you've got 3 months before you're able to actually be able to submit the order again. So. But I think by this point, anybody who hasn't submitted one is waiting for a 2022. I don't think anybody was going to miss out on at least trying to get a 21 built this year. But, you know, just driving dynamics back to the Mach-E, you know, it's a very solid feeling car. I think I said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Very solid feeling.
It is.
Which I get it because this is skateboard technology basically on this car. The batteries are underneath us so they don't lose any cargo space in the rear. Probably not the best road to be on because we're only allowed to do about 25 miles an hour through town here.
Yeah.
But we will get outside of town here and really feel what that acceleration feels like here.
Yes.
In a safe way. I have my daughter in the car. We're not going to get crazy. But I think what we can do safely, we'll be able to show what this thing really feels like. The other thing is, guys, and ladies out there, sorry, when you let off the gas, it kind of goes into a brake mode, which is kind of interesting. These do have what they're calling like one pedal driving. So when you let off on the gas, it'll immediately start to slow you down. Not hit the brakes, but you'll automatically feel it decelerate, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I could get used to the one driving thing. I would still have to use the brake, I'm sure.
Yes.
And they do have regenerative braking on the Mach-E, like they've had on many other Ford plug-in hybrids and hybrids.
Yes, definitely.
But the cabin's quiet. It is a very windy day here in the Midwest.
Yes, very.
Hence why we haven't done a video in a while.
Yeah.
We did have a boo-boo a couple weeks ago trying to get a video out to everybody, and the wind took our camera right off the stand and knocked it over. So had to wait for some replacement pieces to get everything back up and going.
Yeah.
But no, it's a nice quiet cabin. Just a really very well built vehicle. Really is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a little bit biased because I work for Ford, but at a dealership, not for Ford the company themselves, because I don't want to get in any trouble here. But no, it is a really nice car. I mean, I haven't been in a lot of electric vehicles, a lot of hybrids, plug-in hybrids, but yeah. So we're coming up out of town here. I don't see anybody behind us.
Yeah.
But let's get around here. Okay, guys. So we're going to slow down here. We got a nice straight piece of road here. Make sure no one's coming. All right. And we are stopped. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh boy.
We are already up to 60.
And there was 60.
Yeah.
So
and that only took a few seconds to get up to 60.
We were moving, and there I let off the gas pedal, and now we're back down to 49, 48, 47. So it's already kind of applying pressure, or maybe using those electric motors to slow us down. But yeah, that gets up and moves. It'll put you back a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, this is not, to me, replacing the V8s. You know, these cars definitely have a place. The performance is through the roof because obviously you have instant torque. As soon as I floor it, you have 100% of the torque that you can get out of those electric motors. Unlike gas engines, you have a torque curve. So this is 100% right there, instantaneous. So it'll move.
Yes.
And they are fun to drive, guys. I mean, I love the sound of our V8s and the Mustang GTs and in the Raptors and F-150s with the 5 liters and even the EcoBoost technology. Love those things. But this is a totally different driving experience for anybody who has not driven an electric car, all electric car. This is different.
Yeah, definitely.
The range anxiety, though, will be a real thing for a lot of people. I mean, this one, I think with the all-wheel drive and the extended range, you're only talking, I think, around 270, 280 miles on one charge. But it is a smooth acceleration.
Yes. Very smooth.
And we didn't floor it this time, but there's 60 miles an hour already. And it's letting me know this is 55. So,
yeah.
Lots of technology, guys. But
keep blinking.
Hey, we appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully, we're giving you guys some good information about the vehicle.
Yes.
And just want to say thanks for watching.
Yes.
And just have a blessed day, guys.
Bye.